Hi, you've tuned into Gila Nehemiah's heart activations through poetry, through poetic words. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. I'm so excited to be here. Before we even begin, I just want to say a few words before we begin to make sure that you know that you're in the right place. This is going to be really connecting to our heart spaces through poetic words, and I'm going to help you to bring that out of yourself. And we're going to activate our hearts together as we do this. I know that you're listening in on this, though that this is a very powerful exercise to connect more into our emotions and into our heart space, and to really open up to love both within, without, with each other, and with the divine. So before we continue, I would ask you to close your eyes, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths together, and I will share an intention. We'll say Om as well, and then we'll go into the workshop. So yes, please close your eyes with me, and take 3 deep breaths, deep from within your diaphragm up to your higher chakras. We're calling in our light team, our angels, our guides, God, Source, Universe, our ancestors, our power animals to assist us in this powerful, powerful session where we connect to each other, and through our heart spaces, to open up any kind of blockages or walls or emotions that we've been hiding, so that we can truly step into the fullness and wholeness of ourselves, into our full sovereignty, into our full love within and without, and with the divine. Aho, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, first of all, for being here. I truly appreciate you and honor you for being here today. So I wanted to start with really connecting into our heart, and I know that this may be challenging for some of us, or all of us, because of many experiences we've had both within our lifetimes and past life experiences. So I truly honor you for taking that step into this space today, and for your sacred journey, because I know that all of you are on this healing path, and I'm so grateful to have Global Heart Dance be doing this beautiful, beautiful 24-hour meditation, music, workshops. I mean, I feel like it's a gift from the divine, so I just want to thank them personally for doing this and having you be here today. I want to say just a few words about myself. My name is Gila Nehemiah. I am a sacred erotic self-love mentor, spiritual heart guide, and writing empowerment coach, and divine feminine healer. And I am originally from New York, and I am in Israel, and I've been living here for 7 years. And I feel like the divine takes us into holy spaces and places to help us to ascend and to further our mission and our spiritual path. And I've been working with people who have had abusive situations in many of their lives, like I have, primarily women who had chronic abuse, and the path that I took was actually by activating my heart, by surrendering to the divine, by allowing the divine to work through me. And this is a continual process that has deepened over the years. So, and I've just recently written a poetry book called Surreal Love, Kundalini Awakening Poetry. It really just talking from the heart space of various experiences, moving from deep, deep abandonment and heartbreaking issues into opening up my chakras and really fully serving the divine and myself and others. So that's where I'm coming from. So I just want to thank you for being here. And really what we're going to be doing today is allowing our emotions and words to flow through you, to flow through each other while we connect into source energy. And I'd like you for, at this moment in time, before we get into writing anything. First of all, I hope you have a pen and a piece of paper or a notebook so that you can write some of these things down. And these may be good techniques for you, so you may want to do this in the future. So I would just recommend that you have something dedicated to this, so that you could do this at any time. And if you don't have that, I'd like you to pause the video and go get that, and so you can get that now. And I'm going to be sharing some techniques for you to connect deeper into your poetry, into your poetic words, into your prophetic words, because I believe that poetry talks between realms. You know, it accesses spaces and emotions that words in and of itself in our everyday language can't access. And these words, these prophecies can come true. You know, they come from deep in our soul and deep in our heart. And so as we access them, we're actually creating our own realities. You know, I really do believe that words are magic, are openings, or portals. So I'm just coming into this with that premise, and I hope that you feel that way, or you can listen and see if you decide if you'd like to feel that way or not. So I would like you to imagine that you're in a beautiful natural setting, and you may want to play some soft music, or just to kind of get yourself in the mood. You might want to light some incense, clear the space with sage, light a candle, you know, really create that mood of sacredness to begin. I've done all that in this space, and I just really feel that sense of openness, of alignment, of centeredness. So before we even begin, why don't we're going to say Om 3 times to also connect into that space of pure serenity. So just close your eyes, and we'll just go from at whatever tone you'd like. I'll start from low. Two more times. Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Thank you. Just saying Om helps me to get centered, even if I'm listening to people chanting an Om repeatedly. That really just helps me to find my peace and ground my root chakra. So wherever you are, you know, just saying Om, I feel personally, really helps me. Or you might have another thing that you say. So I would invite you to say that at this time as well. And it really just opens all of the chakras, the heart chakra, you know, your third eye, your sacral chakra, your root chakra, your solar plexus, your crown, your throat. It just helps to really open that up, and the earth star chakra and the higher chakras above. So all 12 chakras and more, to really connect into the beauty of what is. So what we're going to do now is I would like you to just allow yourself to dream. So please close your eyes and just transport, you know, well, if you want to lie down for a moment, or just while you're sitting at your table and listening to this, just close your eyes for a second and just allow yourself to dream the biggest dream possible, your highest fulfillment in this life. And you don't, you know, share that with yourself. Just really allow yourself to open your heart, your body, your mind, your soul into your deepest, deepest desires. This can be erotic, this can be financial, this can be mission-based, this could be anything that you desire, anything. And just allow any thoughts in your mind that are telling you, I can't have this, or that's just way too challenging, or this is like out of this world. We'll allow that to pass for now. We'll just allow that to, just like the waves, that they crash, they go to the side, and they start again. So we're moving into the depths of the wave, of the deep, deep ocean beneath, that serenity, that peacefulness, that knowing of that this is the truth, that what I desire is possible and it's completely true and honest and authentic. So as we ground this dream, allow yourself to go there. Maybe you're in a forest, maybe you're at the beach, maybe you're on a mountain, maybe you're in a fantastic, magical place where there are beautiful butterflies and dragonflies, and you're like above it feels like you're above the earth, or maybe you are above the earth, you're flying, and you're just in this space of ethereal peace and love and unity consciousness. So you feel very peaceful within, lots of beauty, lots of love, safety, unconditional love, and endless joy. Now allow yourself to feel the elements against your skin, whether you're, at the beach or in the forest or on the mountain or above flying in the sky. You are going to feel some of the elements. Perhaps it's light, perhaps it's a wind, perhaps it's sounds, perhaps it's the whirring of the dragonflies, or flitting of the butterflies, perhaps it's touch. Allow yourself to feel that at this moment. And on a piece of paper, write how you feel. And you can pause this video if you like. Just write down your feelings of how this is right now. Like right now, I'm outside and I'm feeling the wind blow on my skin. It feels soft. It feels refreshing. It feels like gentle caresses on my arm, on my face. And the sun is kissing me. It feels safe. It feels sensual. It feels loving. And something I wrote down is, as the gentle breeze kisses my face, I feel a shiver down my spine. My hair sways ever so gently. And you can go on if you'd like to, or you can write more. So whatever is coming through, allow yourself to just be in the moment. And I feel like that's how words flow, when I'm in the present moment. My thoughts aren't anywhere else but right here. So bring you back into the present. Bring you back into all that is. And knowing that that is a safe place to be. That you don't need to control anything. You don't need to worry about anything. We are just inviting you into being present with you and your heart, your body, your mind, and soul. And with the divine, the earth, and all the energies that are here. So I'm going to give you another one. So imagine light rain on your feet at the beach on a summer's day. What do you feel? So you're at the beach. Your feet are in the sand, or you're walking. You're on the beach somewhere. You're doing something at the beach, and it's starting to rain lightly. So write down how you have felt, or what you think you might feel. Allow yourself to dream into that space. and open your heart to the experience. And you can describe it in short, in short phrases. So there are no rules with this. I'm not actually going to teach you to write a haiku or any kind of ordered poetry. It's all very free flowing, and it stops when you stop. You can decide where you want to put the commas, or maybe there aren't any commas, maybe they're just long sentences. They don't have to have periods. Just really, really, it could create images. You could write the words in such a way that it's in the shape of a heart, or it's in the shape of a diamond. Really allow yourself to get creative with this. So I'd like you to pause this video to just feel into that for a moment, or we could breathe into it together actually. Let's allow ourselves to breathe into imagining the light rain falling on your feet at the beach on a summer's day. And your total heart is open to the blessings of the rain. So I wrote, my feet sunk into the sand, large water droplets dotting the shore. The waves were calm as the skies got dark with rain clouds, blessing my body, bathing me with love, cleansing my soul. So allow yourself to feel that openness, to feel that connection to the earth, to feel completely free. Maybe you're at the beach naked and you were just enjoying the rain coming onto your body, or you were swimming in the ocean. Maybe you'd like to change it a little bit, and you were swimming in the ocean and your feet were touching the ground as you took a moment to just feel that rain and feel it on your face and on your hair. So just allow yourself to get into that beauty of the moment. We're going to take a few deep breaths now. We're just going to allow any stress that may have been created or may have been coming into the space right now to really let go. We'll set another intention of really opening our hearts to our own words, loving words of ourselves, loving ourselves deeply, allowing and permitting ourselves to dream and to experience the depth and vulnerable love of our own hearts. And if your words aren't flowing right now, or maybe your words don't stop, it just keeps pouring out, allow yourself to just be present again with the moment. Allow yourself to be present with yourself. No judgment, no expectations. You're just flowing like a river, allowing it all just to flow, and just giving yourself this time, this sacred time, to be with you and your heart. And pause the video at any time to give yourself time to connect to your heart, your body, and your feelings. Sometimes when we're doing things like this, it can be overwhelming if we haven't connected to our emotions recently, or if we're having an emotional, period at the moment. Just feel into it. Release if you want to cry, or you just want to deepen the feeling. Allow yourself to pause, to rest, to start again when you're ready. Really honor your own feelings. There is no no goal but only joy. And even if this video is going to be replaying again, so maybe you're gonna encounter the things that you missed. So just give yourself the time to go through it at your own pace. Now let your emotions come out through the words. You know, perhaps when we talk about feelings and desires, sometimes we just have, you know, it seems like I feel hot right now. I feel the sun beating on me. I feel hot. Or I feel a slight breeze. The more adjectives that we add, the deeper we can get into the description of how we're feeling. So I feel the coldness of the river water when I step into it, and the mud captures my toes, so I can't move, and makes it hard for me to pick it up again. So the more description I'm giving you, the more I can actually transport you into being there with me. So I'm going to invite you into deep description. And if you've done this before, it's going to come easily to you. And if you haven't, it's always a good exercise of how can I be more descriptive? How can I visualize it and allow the reader to come in, or even allow myself to go back there? I think that's actually the deeper piece, because I usually don't write with a reader in mind. I just really connect into my own heart. And it's usually a scene either that I've experienced or am experiencing at this moment. It's usually at the moment, or sometimes it's a reflection. And I really just get as deeply into it as possible. And I'm always usually in nature. So the more in nature I am, the easier it is for me, because nature really speaks to me. Like right now, there are these beautiful trees right near me, and the leaves are so green. They're healthy. They're not drooping. It's not a very large tree, and there's some bushes that are surrounding it, and I feel that the leaves and the branches are protecting me from the sun, so they're giving me shade. They're allowing me to sit here and witness their presence as they're witnessing mine. And we're creating a synergy together as we share this moment with you. So I'd like you now to listen to the sounds near you. Near your apartment, your house, your campsite, wherever you are. Just listen to the sounds. You might hear the whirring of cars or trucks. You might hear the birds chirping. Just listen really carefully. And what do you hear? Just write about that. And again, in short phrases, so that it's just a description of what you're hearing with emotion, with some feelings about what that is. Maybe an interpretation. You know, whatever comes through your heart. And, you know, just allow it to come through without any kind of censorship. So I wrote, hearing the fridge whirring consistently in a low frequency, providing me with a comfort of steadiness and security. I wrote something else. The birds chirping awakens me to the songs of the morning dew. Seeing them drink the pollen from my flowers outside beckons me to start a new day. So those are some ideas of how you can connect into the sounds. And I feel like as we move into all of the senses, the touching these dried branches, how does it make me feel? Some are prickly, some the crackling of the leaves makes me feel good. Especially when I'm walking on it, but also with my hands. Sometimes I really like to move things with my hands. I like to hear to hear it. And because it's prickly, it's touching, it goes into my skin. And that feels a little bit uncomfortable. It's reminding me of pain and that discomfort, and I don't like it, and I don't want it to be there. So I can get into that, the prickliness of the dried branch pricked my skin, left a mark, reminded me of a pain from long, long ago that I thought I had healed, yet brought back to the surface through this experience. And you can, get into the depth of that. And why was that dry branch that you picked up? Maybe there was a significance to it. And, sometimes it doesn't all come in one go, which is why I'm sharing that, to keep it in a journal, because then you might come back to it. Like, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the experience it reminded me of. This is what I want to share. And, primarily the poems that I was writing was for myself, just to express my emotions. And then it ended up into a book. I do want to share one poem with you that I wrote here. And I want to also share with you that, I had never thought I would do such a thing in my life. And here I am, sharing this with you. So, sometimes doing the things that we never thought of are actually the most beautiful things that we can do. So this is called Heart Light. I closed my eyes and felt you next to me. When our eyes first met, I sensed the warmth of your soul. As you walked beside me, your energy matched mine in peaceful silence. As our hands touched, the fire between us ignited, a light that continued to burn regardless of distance and time. Grateful for the return for my authenticity. Centered in my alignment, I bravely speak my truth, even when my voice quivers and my heart beats rapidly. Taught me to be aware of every bodily feeling, adored every inch of my supple body without judgment or shame. The distinctive shape of my brown breasts, the folds in my stomach, and the smooth rounding of my ass. Relished all my dark, shadowy feelings as I whispered them to you, speaking volumes from my heart. From darkness to dawn to twilight, I found the safety and security within. Divinity emerged between us. An eternal imprint remained of the ethereal. Connection to spirit within and above. Finally, I surrendered my heart. Received the signs, the trust and safety in the arms of Mother Gaia. My angels and guides watch over me and usher me into the most profound journey of my heart and soul. So you might also want to write about your relationship with yourself, with another. Love is always a big topic in poetry. Also sadness. And again, it connects to our heart. So there's no judgment. It's like, what are you feeling right now? Are you feeling love? Are you feeling sadness? Maybe it's euphoria. Maybe it's joy. Maybe it's heartbreak. Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's deep, deep wounding. Whatever that is, allow yourself to feel that. Allow the words to come forth. Yesterday I was really quite emotional, and I was crying, and I felt this deep void within. And the words didn't even come through. It was just like this crying in the pillow as I was lying down, going to sleep. And I just connected into God. I said, whatever needs to come through me, allow it to come through me. Assist me in my ascension, in my healing path, to let go of any wounding that I'm still carrying. And that in and of itself could be a poem. I call out to God. to share with me my pain, to assist me in walking my path into a higher vibration, into a transformation of my heart, soul, body, and mind. And you can go on from there. So I think that when we can step into any emotion that we have, we connect deep into our heart. And I wasn't planning on sharing that experience with you, but when we share those deep experiences, either alone or with a friend or with the public, you know, whatever you feel, that connection deepens. And that's how we create deep connection, through our art, through our creativity, through our emotions, through our heart space, through our mental patterns, through our emotional challenges. And I feel like that has been a big blessing for me, that I can actually share that without any judgment or shame, knowing that that's an opening to another. Knowing that that is also a prayer for peace. Because regardless of your gender, your ethnicity, your societal or sexual orientation, we can connect on all levels. Through art, through words, through emotion. Through both shared and individual experiences. And that's what this workshop is about, allowing yourself to go there in short phrases, in artistic design of your words, in pauses, in silence. Sometimes in poetry, or what I do is I'll make spaces in between, you know, just to kind of give it like a pregnant pause, which is why spoken poetry is also really helpful, because then I can actually say and give it the emotion that sometimes you can't hear when you're reading the words. Which is also why I want to encourage you to read the poems that you write. Read them to yourselves. If you've written some today, like, take the time later to read them and listen to them. Record them even. I want to share one that I had written that was actually from a recording, and I allowed myself to write it. I believe it's called The Phases of the Moon. So let me just find that for you. Here it is. It's on page 31, and you can get this book at an Amazon or any other online retailer. So, and I had just I saw the moon outside, and it was it may have been a full moon, and I just it just kind of came to me. So here it goes. Mysticism spoke her name. Clouds wrote messages for her in the sky. Angels called out to her in the wind, beckoned her forward into the darkness. Stars twinkle, smiling at her from the cosmos. The high tides rose, and she submerged herself into the depths of the ocean. She followed her intuition courageously. The path was unclear and rocky. She fell many times, though she persevered. Heard the call of the birds and the animals that protected and surrounded her. Ravens, crows, and eagles led the way into the caves and crevices of her soul. She moved sensuously with the swaying branches, discerned that it was time to write another chapter. Elevated with her frequency and desire to a new paradigm in her life. Courageously, she uncloaked her skin and emerged as a radiant goddess of her pure heart. Capitulated and devoted to the divine love that summoned her into existence. And sometimes it's these moments, you know, and I don't think I wrote all of that at one sitting, but, part of it came in, and then part of it came in another time, and then it all coalesced. And it's allowing all of those moments and allowing yourself to flow with it without any pressure, without any stress. So even if you wrote a few lines right now, or you're writing a few lines right at this moment, or before, or maybe after. Just allow yourself to go into that process of flow, and that flow is opening up more into your creativity and your creative life force energy. And when you're listening to this, it's right before the full moon, which is going to be on the 22nd in Pisces. So this is a very emotional time. Full moons are always super emotional. I'm a big moon follower, if you haven't guessed. And I'm really encouraging you to continue this process with the moon cycles. The new moon and the full moon, especially this coming full moon, and during this time that you're doing this 24-hour, meditation and music, you're going to get so many ideas. Music is definitely an activation, and all of the other workshops that are going on. So I'm inviting you into that process of deep, deep presence, and allowing the words to come in, and just writing them down or recording them so that you can come to them later and then process it. Because I feel like a lot of my poetry has been processing experiences, information, downloads, nature speaking to me, hugging the trees and feeling this, outpouring of love, connecting into the roots and to the core of Gaia. Just allowing yourself to go there. Sometimes sitting out in nature with my dog, and I just feel it. So allow yourselves to feel deeply. Permit yourself to move like a river rushing. That you're just flowing with your emotions, and there's no holding back. And then see what comes through. And really get into that moment or moments of true presence and connection into the divine. And you're going to see that those words are prophetic, those words are dreamy, those words are emotional, with all of the shades of the emotion that you have. And just allow it to flow. Let's take a deep breath again. Two more. Bringing oxygen into the body, into the mind, into your heart space, into your bloodstream is so important. It helps you to pause, it helps you to reset, and it helps you to think clearly. The more oxygen, clear oxygen you can breathe in, the better it is for your auric field, for your vibration. It cleanses your energy. So I'm inviting you into that space, and if at any time, on any day, you feel any type of stress, just take a moment to breathe, and a moment to write a few lines down about how you're feeling. That is a release in and of itself. And as we're approaching this full moon in Pisces, we're releasing into the depths of our own divinity. And that divinity, I feel, comes straight from our heart space. We connect into unity consciousness through our hearts. So the deeper you can feel your own love, the more that you're contributing to the love of all beings, to the love of humanity, to the love of Mother Earth, Father Sky, all the trees, the animals, the plants, the fertility of all that is, and the change and the transformation that we are doing in this amazingly special time. So I want to just thank each and every one of you for being here, for participating in this workshop with me. And I do have an online class that is available entitled Words of Seduction that you can access at any time during this 24-hour period and after. So please feel free to go into the online courses to find Words of Seduction by Gila and Nehemiah. And I would love to hear from you. So if you'd like to contact me, I'm at Gila at gilanahemi.com, and I just want to really thank you. Thank you for your words. Thank you for writing them down. Thank you for participating in this event and in this particular workshop. And just thank you for being you, because you are so special in this world. Your energy, your art, your creative life force energy, your heart, your love. It's essential for us all to operate, to us all to rise into different dimensions. So I'm just honoring and witnessing you now. Aho, and so it is. Sending you so much love and light. And deep healing energy forever, wherever you are on your journey. Let's just take 3 more deep breaths and we'll end with 3 ohms. Integrating and processing what we've shared today. We'll end with 3 ohms. Shanti, 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 Hari Om. I want to end with Rumi, because I love Rumi. I use this quote in this book. Deafened by the voice of desire, you are unaware that the beloved lies in the core of your heart. Rumi. So the beloved is in your heart, and never ever forget that. Because you are enough, you are worthy, you are all that you are desiring. The kingdom of heaven lies within, as said by Jesus Christ. So opening up into Christ consciousness, into unity consciousness, Hare Krishna consciousness, love consciousness, whatever you want to call it, let's transform together into the space of eternal love, peace, and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aho, and so it is. Namaste, Shanti, Shalom. Thank you so much for being here.